Hello, salut, ciao, hola. I am Renaissance Roberto, a resume and biography writer, a concert singer, and a Romance language instructor. The word Renaissance, French for rebirth, describes the period encompassing the 15th and 16th centuries in Europe, when the great principles of the classic civilizations of Greece and Rome were reborn, rebirth, Renaissance, enriching people's lives artistically, culturally, and materially. I like to call myself a Renaissance man because that term characterizes someone who does several things and does them well. I believe that as in the days of the Renaissance, I can enrich your life, literally as well as figuratively. Let me quickly tell you how. Number one, as an experienced professional writer, I can help you advance in your career and make more money by writing for you, as I have for many others, a dynamic, magnetic, powerful, door-opening resume, or a mirror-like profile. Or if you are retired and no longer seeking employment, I can help you ensure your legacy to your family by writing you your own personal mini-biography life story. Number two, as a semi-professional singer and experienced soloist, I can help you relax, get away from it all, renew your energy, and transport your imagination by performing for you ear-caressing and thrilling concerts. Number three, as an assiduous, avid, though amateur, linguist and language instructor, teaching 4 languages, I can widen your world by helping you to learn the language of another culture, and in so doing, perhaps even help you make more money by turning you into an in-demand bilingual employee. Please give me a little more time to tell you my credentials to do all this. First of all, to concentrate on writing. As an experienced professional writer, my former business, called Resume Specialists, was featured, profiled in a major American newspaper, the Philadelphia Inquirer. I specialize in writing not about me, but about you in your resume, profile, or mini-biography life story. The resumes I write are for people of varied levels, both blue-collar and white-collar, running the gamut from new high school graduates to new college graduates to experienced professionals to senior executives to business owners and everyone in between. In diverse niches ranging from creative to educational to financial to marketing to technical. My resumes have opened a lot of doors for people and received real compliments from real employers in the real world, including these very ones verbatim. Best resume I've seen. Best resume that has come across my desk. absolutely devastating. Some of the profiles I have written were banner articles on the front page of a statewide newspaper with a circulation of 250,000, Sons of Italy Times, in its first ever Living Legend series. For this series, I wrote articles on iconic international celebrities such as race car driver Mario Andretti, and football coach Joe Paterno. My proudest literary achievement was a book, My Love Affair with Italy, America, and Rose, the exclusive biography of the late and great chairman of Pocono Raceway, Dr. Joseph Mattioli, Joe Mattioli, affectionately known on the racetrack as Doc. Doc chose me as his sole biographer based on a single newspaper article that I wrote about him, even though I knew nothing, rien, niente, nada, about automobile racing. While for years he had rejected the offers of professional racing writers to put his life story down in black on white, yet Doc chose me based on a single article that I wrote. Now I would like to recite for you a brief excerpt from one of my writings about an American warrior on D-Day during World War II that I call The Making of a Hero. Seaman Stan gripped the lifeline with all the force that the body of the star athlete he had been in high school a few years earlier could generate. His heels dug into the sand of the beach, his back braced toward France and its uninvited German guests guiding their gallery of guns atop Omaha Beach, his face toward the Atlantic Ocean. He watched his compatriots barrel down the ramp of LCI 499, standing for Landing Craft Infantry 499, grabbing the lifeline that he anchored for their support as they waded into the water, faces unwillingly set in the direction of death and destruction, some of them living the very last day of their lives. The American soldiers gasped as they smacked into the cold liquid, then staggered and stumbled chest deep through it toward Seaman Stan, struggling to hold their balance and their rifles with packs weighing, in some cases, up to 100 pounds strapped to their backs. Some fell face down into the sea and resurfaced. Others fell and did not. Stan glanced to his left and noticed a soldier with arms flailing midway from ship to shore. Turning to a few passing men, he handed them the lifeline. "Here, hold it tight," he shouted. The only sailor from LCI 499 on Omaha Beach then plunged head first into the Atlantic, wearing his Navy life jacket, and swam toward the drowning man. As he approached him, he saw the helpless man's eyes opened as big as baseballs on his face. his mouth spewing white foam, his arms desperately stretching for something solid. Sailor seized soldier and silently dragged him to shore. The only perceptible sound in their insulated crisis within a crisis, the slapping of Stan's arm against the sea. Seconds seemed like centuries. As soon as rescuer and rescued reached the beach, an army corpsman slid the stricken soldier onto a stretcher and took him away from Stan's sight. The last moment the young sailor would ever see this young soldier whose name he would never know. Now let me shift gears from writing to singing, to concentrate now on singing. As an experienced semi-professional singer, I am a tenor trained in the classical or operatic style of singing and can also sing as a baritone. I have performed as a paid soloist in healthcare, hospitality, and religious settings. As a young man, I was encouraged to vocally train by an aunt of the legendary Hollywood movie singer Mario Lanza, who seemed to be impressed with my singing. The noted New York vocal coach and teacher at the internationally prestigious music institution, the Juilliard School, Mr. Richard Torigi, told me that I would have had an operatic career had I pursued it, which I did not for personal reasons. I am available to sing classical and popular American and Italian songs for actual group concerts, or even virtual, customized concerts for individuals one-on-one online to sing the songs that you choose from the repertories that you desire. Now I would like to sing for you part of a song made famous by the legendary Mario Lanza called Because You're Mine. Because you're mine, the brightest star I see looks down my love and envies me because you're mine. Because you're mine, because you're mine, the breeze that hurries by becomes a melody. And why? Because you're mine. Because you're mine. I only know for as long as I may live. I only live for the kiss that you alone may give me. And when we kiss, that isn't thunder, dear, it's only my poor heart you hear. And it's applause because you're mine. Now let me shift gears once more from singing to languages, to concentrate now on languages. As an assiduous, avid, though amateur, linguist and language instructor, I teach basic pronunciation and conversation in 3 Romance languages: French, Français, Italian, Italiano, and Spanish, Español, to raw beginners only. And I also teach English to native speakers of French, Italian, or Spanish. My qualifications are 4 years of scholastic study in French, plus 32 years of intensive, continuous, virtually non-stop self-study and practice in French. I have 35 years of intensive, continuous, virtually non-stop self-study and practice in Italian, and 15 years of the same in Spanish. All that amounts to a grand total of 39 years, nearly 4 decades of relentless hard work in Romance languages. My skill is attested by the reaction of native speakers to my Romance talk. A well-traveled French-Canadian computer programmer told me that my French was the best he had ever heard in an American. And a French sales representative said that I spoke his language with hardly a hint of any American accent. Italians were amazed at my command of their language and even asked me when I came from Italy to America. Central and South Americans, too, thought that I came from Europe and even called me the Spaniard. As an American, my first language, of course, was English, and I have been a professional writer in English after earning a degree in journalism from one of the best communication schools in the United States, the Pennsylvania State University, known as Penn State. Now, I would like to speak for you just a few sentences in each of these 3 Romance languages, first French, then Italian, then Spanish. Je voudrais vous aider comme écrivain, chanteur, linguiste. Serait mon grand plaisir à vous servir. Io vorrei aiutarvi da scrittore, cantante o linguista. Sarebbe il mio grande piacere a servirvi. Yo quisiera ayudaros como escritor, cantante o linguista. Sería mi gran placer a serviros. I said I would like to help you as a writer, singer, or linguist. It would be my great pleasure to serve you. So in conclusion, if you need a resume or biography writer, a concert singer, or a Romance language instructor, Renaissance Roberto is your man. I enjoy what I do, am good at it by the grace of God, and I love to help others to the best of my ability. This page, this site, contains more examples of my writing, singing, and languages. And of course, you can find my contact information written here, but I'll give it to you now also. My email address, all lowercase letters, is linguist-singer-writer@renaissanceroberto.com. And my cell phone number is 215-439-3407. I thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Grazie mille. Muchas gracias. Goodbye for now. A biento. Arrivederci. Hasta luego.